I looked my beloved granddad in the eye and said, "I've just started my life. Yours is ending." Oh my god. Children are savage. Hello Earthlings, I am Jeffrey Bed the Alien, pleased to meet you. Welcome to Alien Reacts. This week, I'm not too sure what we're going to do, because I had recorded 3 hours of Hitman 2 footage. That was unusable, because for some reason the game ran perfectly. But it looked fine on the OBS window, and when I looked on the footage, it was all choppy. That made me sad. So I have to find something to do before Monday's video time. So I'm going to look at a Reddit post on Ask Reddit and read it out loud and comment on it. Hopefully this will be interesting. I like Reddit. There's a lot of different stories. Some are entertaining, others are a bit spooky. Alright, let's do this. Parents of Reddit, what is the most creepiest shit your kid has said or done? When my youngest daughter was 5, we were all sitting together eating a meal. When out of nowhere she announced, "If we had no food, I think we'd kill mommy first because daddy can cook, so he can cook her." And then just carry on eating. It's good that she has a plan, I guess. Oh lord. I mean, technically the truth. But I would do a lot of things before resorting to cannibalism. Alright, this one was by just some arsehole. Now we have something by Poopy McDutypants. Best name ever. I have twin boys. One of them was prone to nosebleeds when they were little. Real gushers too. Cured me of any blood aversion I may have had. His nosebleeds got to the point where a black towel was carried in my diaper bag at all times. And I bought him black pillows for his bed because he'd ruin white ones. One morning, when they were about 3, I heard them playing quietly in their room, so I enjoyed a few minutes of extra rest before getting up and starting our day. They were laughing and talking and seemed to be content. When I got up and went into their room, I found an absolute murder scene. Twin A had got an absolute gazer of a nosebleed, and the two of them played with the blood. They were both covered in it, one much more than the other. They were using it to practice writing letters on the wall, and there were dozens of bloody little handprints everywhere. It was like a fucking horror movie. 2 little boys, covered in blood, and giggling. Poorly drawn alphabet letters on the wall and dozens of child-sized bloody handprints. When they saw me, they came running over all happy, arms outstretched to be picked up, and the bloodiest one said, "Hi mommy, I got blood." Oh my. Yeah, that's scary, isn't it? When my son was in 3rd grade, I noticed he was in deep thought. I asked him what he was thinking about. How could I kill my teacher and not get caught? In his defense, the teacher was a real bitch. Okay, that's good then. All is forgiven. Apparently, when I was 4 or 5 years old, I looked my beloved granddad in the eye and said, "I've just started my life. Yours is ending." Oh my god. Children are savage. I'm happy to see it is a constant among sentient species. Wow. That comment though. Grandpa, oh, you wanna go, you little shit? Oh, then come as close as you like. Oh, no, wait. Is that a JoJo reference? Right. I scared my mom once when I was very young. My father was working night shift, so he wasn't home at my bedtime. But when my mom was putting me to bed, I suddenly said, "Daddy came home." And when she told me that Daddy is still at work, I answered, but I saw Daddy's hand by the door. Mom dragged me out of bed and checked the whole apartment and of course, found no one. And when she put me to bed, I just shrugged it off with, maybe it was just Piggy's hoof toes. And apparently, was content with that explanation. Kids are dumb. I don't remember this myself because I was very young, under 3 years old. But my mom has told me this story. and said that she was really freaked out. How to score your parents in one single step. Be that kid. Alright, so this one, not a parent myself, but still a good story. At one point I had to share a bed with my 5-year-old niece. Things were pretty normal for a while, and I was almost asleep. Then I feel it. A tiny hand stroking the back of my head, and fingers being run through my hair. I knew it was her because this was not the first time she'd done this. Kinda freaky. But then again, she had always been a weird kid who liked to touch other people to feel comforted. So figuring she'd probably gotten scared somehow, I let her keep at it for a long time, thinking she would stop soon enough. But, oh no. Then she started talking to me. She brushed my hair away from my ear, leaned in so that I could feel her breath on my cheek, and said, "Oh, don't worry, Auntie Jane. I won't kill you and make all your blood and guts come out." With that, she promptly stopped petting my hair, rolled over, and went to sleep, leaving me wide awake and pondering what the hell just happened for the next 4 hours. By the way, Jane is not my real name. Just seemed like a good one to use. How did you even stay in the bed with her? The couch it is. Yeah, that's probably the most creepy type shit. No, that's like Damien level. It's all for you, Damien. Is that a dated reference? I have no idea. Moving on. At Grandma's old farmhouse in Florida, 4-year-old granddaughter looked at the ceiling and asked, "Who's that?" Grandma replied, "Who is who, honey?" Daughter replied, "There's a witch on the ceiling looking at us." Grandma replied, "Well, is she a nice witch or a mean witch? Because mean witches aren't allowed in our house." The daughter answered, "Well, she's smiling, but not in a nice way." She proceeded to watch something on the ceiling track towards the basement door, then went back to her snack. That's creepy as fuck. The house was haunted. Alright, this one here. My 3-year-old was playing with her dolls. Then she looked at us and said, "The dolly is dead." I was stunned. We had never taught her that word and had no idea where she got it from. For a while, everything and everyone was either dead or dying or going to die. She also liked to smash her dolls against door frames, repeatedly. Then she would say, "Oh dear, baby needs a doctor." I think at that point, baby was so far past the doctor. Oh god, that's creepy. Future gothic girl incoming. Alright, this one. My daughter, when about 3 years old, was looking at herself in a full-length mirror. I said to her, "That's you there, Lucy." She replied to me, "But I'm not Lucy, I'm Hannah." We don't know anyone called Hannah. As far as I know, she never heard that name in her life. She really meant it too, and seemed quite confused. That's so weird. Her past life maybe, if you believe in that kind of stuff. Alright, next one. My brother's 2-year-old twins were in their room giggling and laughing at something a couple of weeks ago. When I went in there, they were both staring at the corner of the room and towards the ceiling. When I asked what was so funny, they just both shrieked with laughter and said, "The funny man," and kept on laughing. So, it's all ghost stories, is it not? Huh. Alright, I'm an uncle. My 3-year-old niece has an imaginary friend and blames her for things she did. The last one was pushing a glass full of water and it smashing on the ground. When I asked her why she did it, she said her friend wanted me to slip and fall. When I asked why, she said, "Because she wanted you to." I had to explain to her that wasn't nice and she got mad saying it wasn't her. I don't know, man. Kids are fucking weird. I wholeheartedly agree. Right. The other day in the pool changing rooms, it was a family room, so just me, my husband, and our 2 kids in there. The 2-year-old goes, "There's people in here." Me, "Yes, they are," meaning the 4 of us. "Who is in here?" The kid replies, "A baby." "A baby?" "A sad baby." "Oh, why is the baby sad?" "It went home and there was a new baby. Now the baby is sad." "Okay." "The baby is crying." "The baby is crying." Ooh. Ooh. Spooky. My cousin once said when she saw her father go for a cigarette, "Dad, do you want to die?" Ooh. I mean, that's what cigarettes do, don't they? They don't call them pencil sticks for nothing. Please don't smoke. Once, when my son was around 3, he walked up to me and asked if I remember when we were running through the woods being chased. And then we fought with some other people and wore their skins after. At that point, he was only watching Blue's Clues and Bob the Builder. No idea where that came from. He said it so matter of fact. That's what made it creepy. It's possibly nightmares. That would be my theory. And seems like some of the commenters agree on that one. Right. I'm not a parent. But apparently my little cousin once pointed at the coffin during a funeral and told my aunt, "Aren't you glad you're still young?" Right, I almost laughed at that one. Man, kids are fucking savage. My youngest daughter said she was tired of playing peekaboo with the old lady that comes out of her cupboard at night. Okay. Moving on. I'm not the parent, but a child. But my mom told me that when I was younger, I had an imaginary friend or something who I would talk to at night. He was called Kevin. They need better imaginary friends' names. But I couldn't pronounce it, so I called him Kevin. And one of the stories my mom said that one, she didn't really believe in lying to your kids, so she didn't want me to believe in Santa Claus. But apparently, this Kevin guy literally told me everything. Despite her never telling me anything about it, I just suddenly woke up one day and told my mom all about it and said, "Oh, Kevin told me." I'm sure there's more stories about Kevin. I was a strange kid. The ghost just wanted to help. Right, my daughter likes to come into our room at night. It's fairly common. And normally, she just crawls into bed with us, and I don't even notice. But one night I wake up, and she's just standing right next to me, staring directly into my eyes. She smiled and said, "Oh, Mama, you're awake." Scared the crap out of me. Yeah, it's like you're trying to get some rest. Kids are pretty tiring from what I've been told. And then they just do that. And then they wonder why parents are tired all the time. Right. My toddler has learned to say hi. Sometimes say hi to the upper corners of rooms and waves. They're probably just saying hi to the spiders. But yeah, when you're young, you see things that are not there. Is it ghost? Or is it just your brain trying to put faces everywhere? Because it kinda does that. Close the lights and you see faces in the corners of rooms. Or maybe it's just me. Or maybe my house is haunted. Alright, my 2-year-old daughter waved to a completely empty corner of the room, and I smiled, and the kid smiled. Dyslexia. I did not sleep that night. Kids are creepy. Stayed in an apartment once. We knew the elderly owner died there, but thought nothing of it. Our young daughter pointed to an old man she could see in the corner, but then said he vanished. We had never mentioned him to her. It was freaky. I'm just here for the comments, but I'm already freaked out. Same. Alright. Well, if there's one thing we learned tonight, is that kids are fucking creepy, man. And I'm glad I don't have any. If you do have children, do you have a scary story about them that you would like to share? If so, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a new video every Monday. And don't forget, I stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturday mornings on Twitch. To see my schedule, look on my Twitter, or go directly to Twitch. Awesome. So if you want to read the thread we just read yourself, it's also in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, tomorrow is a new day. Anything is possible. Take care, and see you soon. God versus cock, who will win? My money's on the cock. Rooster. I'm gonna get demonetized, aren't I?